Thanks everyone for coming back for another segment of The MCR. Mac and me, I'm TJ, and in this segment, we're going to talk about country music, the type of music that Mac simply can't stand.
That's
He
not true.
he hates country music.
It's in no way true.
I keep saying that. He keeps saying he. And there's and the reason what brought this to my mind was this morning as I was doing some errands, I heard the weekly country countdown. And in the weekly country countdown, country music singer Jason Aldean. And I'd heard a little bit about this guy before already, but he's got a song that he just released. And as of this morning, it was either 24 or 25, I forget which. And the name of the song is Try That in a Small Town. The name of the song is Try That in a Small Town. And as soon as I heard the title, I thought, I think this is going to be interesting. So I'm going to read this. This won't take but just a minute. But here's the lyrics to Jason Aldean's recent release. Verse 1, sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk. Carjack an old lady at a red light. Pull a gun on the owner of the liquor store. You think it's cool? Well, act a fool if you like. Cuss out a cop. Spit in his face. Stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think you're tough. Then he goes into the chorus. Well, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Round here, we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long. For you to find out, I recommend you don't try that in a small town. Verse 2, got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're going to round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck. Then he goes back to the chorus of try that in a small town. This is clearly a message to the left. And I had read a news article some time ago that he's had his fill of the left. And one of the last straws with him and the left was, I guess, his second wife was wearing an anti-Biden shirt, and they tried to shame him for it. And he let loose. And I'll keep talking, Max. So any thoughts so far?
Well, as you know, I live in a very small town, and I can tell you, I believe what he's saying is absolutely true.
Oh yeah.
You
You know,
pull
he's
shit,
done interviews. He's spoken on some shows. And the word is, the way it's put is he's doubling down. There's one of the they call it Odyssey, one of the companies that releases music stations or whatever, and it's called Odyssey.
Yeah,
And
I
there's
listen to the Tiger games on Odyssey because my reception out here in the middle of nowhere is not great.
yeah, well, there's a Robin Holly show on Odyssey, and I guess they interviewed him, and and he was quoted as saying, "I think people know where I stand politically. I'm not a guy that's just going to go out there and start trying to stir the pot just to stir the pot. At some point, it's gotten to where if you're a conservative and you're in this business, you're not allowed to speak." And he's right about that. You think of all the musicians who said they wanted to do all sorts of bad things to Trump, yet Jason Aldean's wife wears an anti-Biden T-shirt, and he's taken to task. You know.
Well, I think there's truth in his song. We have repeatedly said we wish celebrities would just do their thing and stay out of politics. Well, I have to say I would include him in this too.
Yeah.
But it is a punch back. It
Oh
is
yeah.
a punch first. That's where I draw the line. I mean, the Dixie Chicks paid a price for being so anti-America, so anti George W. Bush, which Not sure I disagree with him anymore, but.
Well, going back to the Dixie Chicks, it was their doubling down to the fan base that did them irreparable harm.
Yeah.
You know? But
well, when we get too big for our britches, that's what happens.
Yep. Jason Aldean was also quoted as saying he has a lot of friends in this business, and they're really scared to stand up and say something for fear of the backlash. He continued saying, to me, it's hard for me to lay my head down at night with a clear conscience, feeling like I'm a coward for not saying the things that I want to say or feel like need to be said. He also said, I will never apologize for my beliefs or for my love of my family and country.
Nor should he.
This is the greatest country in the world, and I want to keep it that way. Now this guy ain't backing down. He's doubling down, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'll wrap up with his final quote here. People are going to have their opinion about whatever I say or think or whatever, and that's completely fine. You don't have to agree with me. I don't expect everybody to agree with me, but I also have a voice and opinion just like everybody else.
I agree.
You know,
despite what I said earlier, I do wish companies, entertainers, athletes would not be activists, I guess. That's what I would prefer. But you know, if you're going to stand up for something that's right, I can't very well. I'm not going to condemn you for that either, because they have their say no matter what, and anybody that doesn't agree with them is a Nazi.
He clearly has had his fill of the nonsense, and yep. I think the last straw was them attacking his wife.
Right.
From the way I mean, he didn't like it. And then they attacked his wife, and now he's coming full out, you know.
Yeah.
So bravo to Jason Aldean, whether you like country music or not. You know, in all seriousness, it's one of my favorite music genres, and I hate that word, but well, it's used so much, I just hate it.
It's overused.
Yeah. I'll confess, Jason Aldean was never my favorite. Luke Combs and Morgan Wallen was, but I did like a lot of Jason Aldean's music also. So yeah, I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad he's taken a stand, a position. And you know, that's all I got for this one. Any final thoughts, Mac?
No.
All right. Okay. Well, that's a wrap. Go out and listen to some good country music down the road here. But as always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.